Hey, collectors and enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American history that's worth way more than you'd expect. It's not your typical pocket change, but a 1988 D quarter dollar that could be worth a staggering $23 million. Yes, you heard that right. But how did this simple coin become so valuable? Let's find out. Alright, before we get started, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of this coin. The 1988 D quarter dollar, minted in Denver, is part of the famous Washington Quarter series that has been in circulation for decades. At face value, it's just 25 cents, a simple coin we all see and use regularly. But there's something unique about this coin, something that makes it a highly sought-after collector's item. Let's start with the basics. The 1988 D quarter dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, a key facility that has produced countless coins throughout U.S. history. Most of these quarters are just like any other, with George Washington on the obverse, or front, side, and the eagle on the reverse. Standard stuff, right? But like many coins, there are a few rare exceptions that can make these quarters worth far more than just their face value. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this 1988 D quarter dollar worth $23 million? Well, it all comes down to one crucial factor: rarity. Most coins are minted in large quantities and don't hold much special value. But sometimes, due to minting errors, certain coins become extremely rare and desirable among collectors. And that's exactly the case with the 1988 D quarter. To understand why this particular coin could fetch millions, we need to talk about the error coin phenomenon. Occasionally, during the minting process, things don't go as planned. In some cases, the machines malfunction or mistakes happen during the striking process, producing coins with unique characteristics that set them apart. One such error occurred during the production of the 1988 D quarter dollar. Some coins were struck with what's called a double die or misstrike. These types of errors can cause the design to be imprinted more than once, leading to a double or misaligned image. While this might sound like a tiny detail, it drastically increases the coin's value. Here's where the magic happens. For example, a 1988 D quarter with a double die error could have Washington's portrait and other design elements appearing in a ghostly double image. This makes the coin visually striking, and because of its rarity, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. In some cases, these error coins have been sold at auction for hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dollars. So how exactly does this all lead to a $23 million price tag? Well, this particular value comes from a one-of-a-kind 1988 D quarter that was discovered with a rare and extreme double die error. This coin wasn't just any error. The misalignment was so severe that it stood out to expert numismatists and collectors alike. In fact, the coin was auctioned off at a major collector's event, where it shocked everyone by selling for $23 million. It's hard to imagine a simple quarter being worth so much, but rarity and demand are what drive prices to astronomical heights in the world of coin collecting. So, what does this mean for you? Could your 1988 D quarter be worth millions too? Well, the answer is maybe, but probably not. While there are certainly other rare coins out there with incredible value, most 1988 D quarters you find are going to be just regular coins. However, it's always worth checking your pocket change to see if you've stumbled upon one of these rare, valuable treasures. How do you know if your 1988 D quarter has the valuable error? You'll want to inspect the coin for signs of a double die or misstrike. Look closely at the design, especially the date, lettering, and Washington's face. If you notice any doubling or ghosting in the details, you might have something valuable on your hands. The more pronounced the error, the higher the potential value. Another important factor is getting the coin graded by a professional. Grading is the process of determining a coin's condition and authenticity, and it plays a huge role in determining its market value. A coin in excellent condition with a rare error could be worth a lot more than one that's been worn down or damaged over time. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. Higher grades typically mean higher values, especially when combined with rarity. If you think you've found a valuable coin, consider getting it authenticated and graded by professional services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Now, I know what you're probably thinking: how do I get my hands on a coin like that? Well, besides checking your own spare change, you might want to look into coin shops, auctions, or online marketplaces where rare coins are sold. But remember, these kinds of error coins don't pop up every day. So, if you happen to find one, you might just be holding onto something worth a small fortune. To wrap it up, the 1988 D quarter dollar is a perfect example of how a simple coin can turn into a major treasure. The rarity of error coins, combined with the growing interest in coin collecting, can lead to jaw-dropping valuations. If you happen to stumble upon a coin with a unique misstrike or a double die error, it could potentially make you a millionaire, so keep an eye out, collectors. You never know what hidden gems you might find in your pocket change. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin-related content. And as always, stay curious and keep collecting. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Next, welcome back, collectors and enthusiasts. Today, we're talking about a coin that's not just rare, but could also make you a millionaire. It's the 1980 D quarter dollar, a seemingly ordinary coin with an extraordinary value. While most of us know the quarter is just 25 cents, one special 1980 D could be worth a jaw-dropping $17 million. But how did a simple piece of currency become worth so much? Stick around as we dive deep into its history, rarity, and value. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 1980 D quarter dollar is a coin that most of us have seen in circulation at some point. It's part of the Washington Quarter series that has been around since 1932, and like other quarters, it features George Washington on the obverse side and an eagle on the reverse. Simple, right? But as we know, sometimes something ordinary can be hiding something extraordinary. The 1980 D quarter dollar was minted in Denver, and it's part of the series made for general circulation. But it's what didn't happen during its minting that makes it valuable. Most 1980 D quarters are just like any other, you won't get more than 25 cents for them. However, certain coins in this year were minted with rare errors that have turned them into highly coveted collector's items. So, what makes these coins worth so much? The answer lies in one word: error. Specifically, the 1980 D quarter dollar that's worth millions is one that has an extremely rare and significant minting error. A single mistake during production can turn an otherwise standard coin into a priceless piece of history. Some 1980 D quarters were struck with a rare double die error. This happens when the coin's die is misaligned or improperly struck, leading to the design appearing multiple times on the coin, often with a ghost-like effect. For the 1980 D quarter, this error was so pronounced that it caught the attention of coin collectors and numismatists alike. Imagine holding a quarter in your hand that has two images of George Washington, or the lettering doubled up. It's an impressive and eye-catching sight. But why does this make it worth millions? Well, in the world of coin collecting, rarity and uniqueness are key factors in determining a coin's value. Coins with minting errors are incredibly rare, and the more pronounced the error, the higher the coin's price. In fact, when a 1980 D quarter with this rare error was sold at auction, it fetched an astonishing $17 million. That's right, $17 million for a coin that originally only had a face value of 25 cents. How does something like that happen? Well, this particular coin caught the attention of a major auction house where collectors from all over the world competed to own this treasure. The reason for such a high price tag comes down to the coin's rarity, condition, and historical significance. And the 1980 D quarter with this error checks all of those boxes. Let's take a moment to understand how these minting errors happen. The U.S. Mint uses dies to strike designs into coins. These dies are supposed to be perfectly aligned and in good condition, but over time, wear and tear, or even slight misalignment during the minting process, can result in errors. Sometimes, the dies themselves can get doubled, resulting in the doubled images or features we see in these error coins. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these rare 1980D error coins? The best way is to closely examine the coin for doubling in the design. Check for any signs of misalignment, especially in the date, the lettering, and Washington's portrait. If you notice any ghost images or shadowy duplicates of the design, you might just have $1 million coin on your hands. To check for a double die error, use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look carefully at the date, the word Liberty, and even the edge of Washington's portrait. If there's any sign of doubling, then you may have an extremely valuable error coin in your collection. Now, I know what you're thinking, can I find one of these rare error coins? The short answer is yes, but it's incredibly rare. The minting process produces millions of coins, but only a tiny fraction of them will have these types of errors. In fact, it's estimated that only a handful of these 1980D error coins exist, which is what makes them so valuable. Of course, finding one of these rare error coins isn't easy. But if you do, the potential payout can be astronomical. Auctions for error coins can bring in huge amounts of money, as collectors are eager to get their hands on these one-of-a-kind pieces of history. Another thing to consider is the condition of the coin. As with any collectible, the better the condition, the more it's worth. A coin that's been well preserved, free of scratches, and shows clear details of the error will always fetch a higher price than one that's been worn down or damaged over the years. To get a true sense of the coin's worth, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A high grade from one of these organizations can significantly increase the value of the coin. Let's talk about how you can get your hands on a coin like this. While it's unlikely you'll find one just lying around in your change jar, there are ways to potentially find rare coins. Start by visiting reputable coin shops, attending coin shows, or looking at online marketplaces. But remember, buying rare error coins can be a bit like playing detective. You'll need to do your research, ask the right questions, and maybe even get the coin authenticated before you make any purchases. So, to wrap things up, the 1980D quarter dollar with a minting error is a prime example of how something as simple as a quarter can turn into a major treasure. A combination of rarity, minting errors, and the right collector's market can turn a coin worth 25 cents into something worth millions. Stay vigilant, coin collectors. Keep an eye out for these valuable error coins, and you could end up holding a piece of American history worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips, tricks, and stories. Until next time, happy collecting, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Hey there, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a coin that's worth much more than its 25-cent face value, the 1995p quarter dollar. You might be surprised to learn that this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $7 million. But how does a quarter, which most of us use every day, turn into a $1 million treasure? Stick around, and let's uncover the fascinating history and value of the 1995p quarter dollar. Alright, let's take a closer look at the 1995p quarter dollar. The 1995 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. As you probably already know, most quarters feature a portrait of George Washington on the front, the obverse, and an eagle on the back, the reverse. Simple, right? But this particular coin has a story behind it that's far more complex and far more valuable than you might think. First things first, the 1995p quarter dollar was minted in Philadelphia, marked by the P mint mark on the reverse. While most of the coins from this era are considered standard, this specific coin became known for a rare and unique minting error that has made it a highly sought-after collector's item. So, what exactly makes this coin worth $7 million? It all comes down to one thing: a significant minting error. While most 1995 P quarters you find are just regular coins with no special value, a rare number of them were struck with an error that completely changed their worth. The minting error in question is known as a double die error. But this isn't just any ordinary double die, it's a particularly striking and pronounced double die error that made these coins stand out from the rest. When a coin is struck with a double die error, the design appears to be imprinted twice, which can make the features on the coin look like they have a ghost effect or appear doubled, most noticeably in the lettering and the date. As you can see, the doubling in the date, 1995, and the word Liberty on some of these 1995 P quarters is exceptionally clear. The flaw is so noticeable that it makes the coin appear completely different from a standard quarter. Now, this error isn't something you'll find every day. In fact, it's extremely rare for a coin to have such a clear and dramatic doubling. When this particular error was first discovered, it instantly caught the attention of professional numismatists and collectors. The fact that a coin with this level of error could still be in circulation was an incredible find, and it created a frenzy in the coin collecting world. Fast forward to the present, and you'll find that these rare 1995 P quarters with the double die error have been sold at auction for incredible prices. One such coin was auctioned for a whopping $7 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $7 million. A single quarter, with a face value of just 25 cents, could fetch that amount, simply because of a rare minting error. But why would anyone pay such a high price for a coin that's only worth 25 cents in its normal state? It all comes down to rarity and demand. Coins with significant minting errors are highly prized by collectors. A double die error, particularly one as noticeable as this, is something that very few coins have. And because these errors are so rare, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add one to their collection. So, how do these errors happen in the first place? The US Mint uses dies to stamp the design onto each coin. If there's an issue with the die, such as it becoming misaligned or being struck multiple times, it can result in a double die error. When a die isn't properly aligned or is worn out, it can imprint the design onto the coin twice, creating the characteristic ghosting effect we see in these rare coins. Now, if you're wondering how to identify one of these rare 1995 P double die quarters, the key is to closely examine the design. Look at the date, the word Liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust." You're looking for any signs of doubling or ghost images in these areas. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin is. Once you've found a potential error coin, the next step is getting it authenticated and graded. Professional grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can help determine the condition of the coin and its authenticity. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A coin in mint condition with a visible error can fetch far more than one that's been worn down or damaged over time. So, what does all of this mean for you? Could your 1995 P quarter be worth millions? Well, if you happen to have a 1995 P quarter in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look to see if it has the doubling error. But remember, even though some of these coins have been sold for millions, most 1995 P quarters you come across will be regular, error-free coins. Still, it doesn't hurt to check. Here's a quick checklist of things to look for if you think you have a valuable 1995 P quarter. Look for doubling in the date 1995, especially around the numbers and letters. Check for doubling in the word Liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust." Examine the coin for any other signs of misstrikes, such as blurred details or irregularities in the design. Finally, get the coin professionally graded to determine its authenticity and condition. Remember, coin collecting isn't just about finding something rare, it's about enjoying the process of discovery and learning about the rich history behind each piece of currency. Who knows, you might just stumble upon a coin worth millions in your pocket change. So, to recap, the 1995 quarter dollar with the double die error is a rare and valuable coin, with one such coin fetching a record-breaking $7 million. If you happen to come across one, it could be the start of your own coin collecting fortune. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories and tips on finding rare treasures. Until next time, happy collecting, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.